everybody. Dr. Del Miller's here. I hope you're staying safe, and most importantly, I hope you're staying healthy, because health is what it takes to get through this pandemic unscathed. So today I want to talk to you about why your metabolic health matters more than any vaccine. And I say that because it seems to me that the prevalent thought today is that a vaccine is a cure-all for this virus. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. You see, once we get a vaccine, if it's effective, and most vaccines start off at no more than about 50% effectiveness, especially if it's rushed like this one. Yes, it would give you immunity over the COVID-19 virus. But what about the next coronavirus? We've had others. What about the next one? That most scientists are predicting to be even worse than COVID-19. Why? Because every coronavirus we've had seems to get worse than the one before. Oh, you thought this was the first? No, this is not the first. But here's the deal, folks. You want to know why this virus is tearing through the American population, leaving over 6 million infected, over 210,000 dead, and millions of survivors suffering from the negative life-lasting effects of being infected, with scar tissue on their lungs, heart, liver, and other adverse side effects like breathing problems. You see, many may have survived the virus, but it doesn't mean it left them unscathed. Why did this happen? 3 words: poor metabolic health. You see, we've learned some things over the past 6 months studying the people who have had severe complications and those who have died from this virus. What we found, every single one of them had very poor metabolic health or other adverse health conditions. Now, when we talk about metabolic health, there are 5 areas of concern. Number 1, overweight and obesity, especially visceral fat around the midsection, if you're carrying a lot of fat around your midsection. Number 2, elevated triglycerides, that's fat in the blood. Number 3, hypertension. Number 4, insulin resistance, as in prediabetes and diabetes. And number 5, very low HDL cholesterol and high LDL cholesterol. If you have 3 or more of these conditions, we call them comorbidities, you're said to have metabolic syndrome, which increases your risk of virtually all lifestyle diseases, as well as elevate your risk of severe complications from infectious respiratory viruses like COVID-19. And guess what? The unfortunate truth is that 88% of Americans have poor metabolic health, which means only 12% of Americans are metabolically healthy, folks. Are you among that 12%? And overwhelmingly, the majority of the people who had severe complications, and 96% of those who have died from COVID-19, had several of these adverse metabolic conditions: obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes being the most prevalent 3. So in my next webinar, I'm going to share with you the 5 simple steps my clients over 50 are using now to build robust metabolic health, reduce chronic inflammation, which is the number 1 thing that causes severe complications with these viruses, drop excess pounds, and reduce your risk of getting seriously ill from deadly viruses like COVID-19. Like I said, your metabolic health matters more than any vaccine. Why? Well, here's the deal. A vaccine stimulates your immune system to produce antibodies, exactly like it would if you were exposed to the disease. But guess what, folks? A robust metabolic health does exactly the same thing and more. Because not only will you have robust immunity against COVID-19 and future deadly viruses, excellent metabolic health is what it takes to reduce your risk of virtually all lifestyle diseases. Balance your hormones, drop those excess pounds, have better sex, and look and feel 20 years younger. Who don't want that? No vaccine is going to give you all that. Now let me be clear. I am not saying anything against vaccines. What I am saying is that robust metabolic health is the key to protecting yourself and your loved ones from COVID-19 and future viruses. So join me on my next webinar. I'm going to share with you the 5 simple steps my clients over 50 are using now, like I said, to build robust metabolic health, reduce chronic inflammation, which is the number one thing that causes severe complication with these viruses, drop excess pounds, and reduce your risk of getting seriously ill from deadly viruses like COVID-19 and any other that's coming down the pike in the future. Now, folks, I've talked to a lot of people over the past month, and unfortunately, it seems that a lot of them have gained a lot of weight over this pandemic. I've talked to people who have gained 20, 30, 40 pounds over 6 months. That is not good. That is not good. That is not what you need. You need to be working on your health. You need to get that weight off. You need to be working on your metabolic health. You need to be working on getting those numbers down. You need to be getting part of that 12% club, not part of that 88% of Americans who are metabolically unhealthy. If you're gaining all that weight, you're metabolically unhealthy. You need to get that weight off. You need to put yourself in that low risk category, that 12%. Being in that category, even if you were to contract COVID-19, chances are it won't affect you any more than the common flu does. Being a part of that 88%, you are in that high risk category where your chances are great of having severe complications because your body is producing a lot of inflammation, and COVID-19 is going to exponentially increase that inflammation to a point where it overwhelms your immune system and it just takes over your cells. I'm going to tell you how that happens, the science behind the coronavirus and how it takes over your cell, how it gets into your cell, and how it takes over your hormones. Join me in the webinar. That's what we're going to talk about. You need to understand these things. But if you're gaining weight over this pandemic, you need to start working diligently to get it off, because that's the only way you're going to put yourself in the low risk category, is to work on your metabolic health. I'm Dr. Del Millers, and you can sign up at the link below, or you can go to my website at personalfitness.com. There is a link there too, and I hope to see you there. Space is limited, so sign up and come join me. I'm going to share all that with you, and hopefully, if you're not already there, I'll show you exactly how you can get to be part of that 12% club, the 12% of Americans who are metabolically healthy. Believe me, you want to be there. Talk soon.